as you know, Slim is my first pet. And yes, I went with a Great Dane as my very first pet. So I have absolutely no experience with dogs or animals in general. So you'll notice that I'm wearing my t-shirt again. So yes, Slim and I are rebonding. We're pair bonding in a whole new way. So I've had him for 2.5 years now, but we've really struggled to communicate with each other because, you know, I'm not necessarily a dog person. I don't have any experience. And he's a dog, so he's just going to do whatever he wants to do, given I don't have any experience, right? So anyway, last week we started training. Really, I should just say I started training because, you know, he's a dog, he's fine. And there's something really interesting that I learned in the process, though. As you know, I'm a total freak magnet, right? It's like everywhere I go, I get accosted. It never fails. And my friend Zach and I from Chattanooga, we were talking about this a while back, like a year or so ago, and we were talking about specifically how serial killers and how sociopaths and how different people choose their victims. And it's this kind of a subconscious thing. Like it's how you project yourself, how you carry yourself, those types of things. So anyway, I've been putting a lot of thought into that since we had that conversation. And really, you know, have been practicing being more assertive lately and trying to kind of get out of this crazy mode. It's been going on for years, literally. And I understand that, you know, fear, when you project fear, that's not a good thing, but I have like a very good reason to be afraid of parking lots or, you know, afraid of different things like that, or being concerned, you know, like kind of tensing up a little bit when a little white poodle walks by when I'm walking Slim. But what I discovered with the dog training is it's all the same. It's the same underlying issue that I'm having across the board, but it's just really amplified with my dog. So that was really enlightening. Like, it was probably the most enlightening hour I've had in a long time, and has just kind of opened up all kinds of thought processes about how I am, why I'm that way, what I'm projecting, you know, what kind of posture that I have, different things like that, you know, when I'm out and about and being concerned about my surroundings instead of being in control. So, yeah, look, we still have a long way to go. We've just had one session, so I'm really excited about the second dog training session coming up this week. He said to me, he said, you know, really it's 50-50 dog owner. I said, look, it's going to be 80-20. I'm sure of it. And it is. Amazing results in one short hour. I mean, to tell you, I learned so much out of it, and of course, a very good trainer makes all the difference. But I learned so much out of it. So Slim and I actually went to the vet today. He has this little growth on his arm, his leg, whatever, and had to have a couple of other things looked at too. And there were 2 small dogs in the waiting room. The waiting room is like this big. It's really small. And so usually I always kind of check to make sure there's not any cats or poodles or anything in there before we walk in. But today I walked in with confidence because I knew I could control my dog. And there they were. There was a wiener dog and a little baby German Shepherd puppy, both cute as a button. And Slim did fine. Normally I have to like hold him back like a rearing horse. You know, he's back on his hind legs, he's above my head, and I'm holding him by his leash, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if this leash breaks, everybody's in trouble. But he behaved today. Was very well behaved, and it was very impressive, and to the point that, you know, my vet said, okay, I've got to know what you did, and can I have his number, and blah, blah, blah. And so anyway, it's amazing, and I'm so excited because look, when we go for walks, I have to go like super early in the morning before other people go out, or we can't walk the trail anymore because so many other people walk their pets on the trail, or their kids, and Slim doesn't do well with baby carriages, strollers, or whatever. It's really limited me, and so instead of, you know, facing it head on, I've just avoided the problem, and that's the big issue with me is I avoid confrontation. And, you know, whenever a situation comes up, I tend to kind of freeze up a bit. Or, you know, at the worst case scenario, I just tense up. And this, of course, is something that Slim figures out. He really just kind of takes control, and I really just kind of let him. So we're turning that around. He's doing very well, of course, you know, being a dog. I think it's going to be harder for me to make changes. But I'm willing, I'm excited, and the idea of being able to hike Burgess Falls together again without having to hike out with a sprained ankle or worry about, you know, somebody's poodle. Being able to walk the trail, that's my absolute favorite thing to do. It's the most beautiful 2-mile walk down by the river. You know, being able to do things like that without constantly being worried about the liability of a 100-plus pound dog that just, you know, absolutely has to get away from me or whatever. And look, we've broken 2 leashes. I've been through the whole gamut, the choke collar, the pinch collar, the Halti, all kinds of different products. And the trainer has me with this one little thin thing that I never in a million years would have expected to hold Slim back. And it works like a charm. It is absolutely amazing. So I'm getting eat up. I don't have my off clip on out here, so I've got to go. But more later on this because, like I said, it's very enlightening. I'm actually learning a lot more about myself than I am about my dog. And Slim's enjoying it, and we're going to be able to get out and do more things together. So it's a win-win. It's all good.